We're going live every single day of 2026. Hopefully, you're doing well. We got some updates and we have some motivation happening. So, we've been getting a lot of traction with the newer trigger for still photography, which is great. And the comment section is really, really awesome. And some people are bringing so much insight, and it's really great that all of us are developing a community together and we're actually learning and helping. And it's about truth and honesty. It's not necessarily about, hey, I did a little interview and review of this product with a cool company, buy this product. So it's a lot of honesty is involved. And yeah, we got some updates. Actually, where did it go? I think it's right here. Let me check this out for one sec. Where'd it go? Oh, right here. All right, cool. So we got this, I don't want to dox myself, package. Let me see if I can do this without. That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard, man. That's going to be hard. Bam. From Shure. And I'm surely stoked about this. We're going to do a little test with this microphone that Shure sent us. And thank you, everybody at Shure. We love you. And as far as like a few of the comments that we got with why you would need a flash outdoors, I just went through like my old portfolio and found some pictures that would show you exactly the reason you would need a flash outdoors. But we do not have internet where I am now outside of like a telephone. So it's going to be like really difficult to try to stream computer multiple pages on while running all that through the phone internet. So make it work, whatever you can, however you can. And yeah, let's see. We got a good one for you guys tonight. It's gonna be nice. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh yeah, we're trying to go 30K in 30 days, and we're far from it, but don't give up. Believe in it. Like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and ask questions. Let's get this going. It'll be great. So tonight, I want to say something that might sound crazy in a world obsessed with looking perfect. You don't need to be impressive to be powerful. You need to be consistent. Checking my audio levels. Yeah, you need to be consistent, that's for sure. You need to be honest, and you need to be willing to be a beginner out loud. If you're here live, type "I'm here" in the chat. Not for me, for you. Because showing up is the first win. We're living in the loudest era in human history. Everybody's shouting, everybody's flexing, everybody's crushing it. And somehow people are lonelier, more distracted, and more ashamed than ever. We're surrounded by noise, and then we wonder, why can't we hear our own soul? But I learned something from design, and I learned something from music, and I learned something from flying. In design, when the background gets chaotic, you don't add more chaos. You add contrast. You add white space. You add clarity. In music, when the world is dissonant, you don't fix it by screaming louder. You tune. You find the note. You return to harmony. And in flight, especially FPV, you don't stay stable by doing one heroic move. You stay stable through 1,000 tiny corrections. That's the secret. Not the highlight reel, not the overnight glow up, not the viral moment. 1,000 tiny corrections. If you've been waiting to feel ready, I'm going to free you right now. You are not waiting for readiness. You're waiting for permission. So here it is. You have permission to be new. You have permission to be messy. You have permission to start from the bottom without apologizing for it. Some of you are watching right now and you're thinking, yeah, but I'm late. Late to the game, late to the business, late to the body, late to the love, late to the dream. Listen to me. Late is a lie people tell themselves to avoid the pain of trying. Because trying is vulnerable. Trying means you might not win immediately. Trying means you might look stupid for a minute. But here's the truth. The price of avoiding embarrassment is a lifetime of regret. And I'm not here to pump you up with fake hype. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. I'm here to tell you what's real. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they keep negotiating with themselves. They say, I'll start when I have time. I'll start when I'm confident. I'll start when the money is right. I'll start when I'm not tired. I'll start when I'm not anxious. But the people who change their lives, they don't win because they never feel tired. They win because they stop making deals with their future. They decide right now to become the kind of person who shows up anyway. So I want to do something with you live. In the chat, type this, no more deals. Because every time you say tomorrow, you're not protecting your peace, you're protecting your fear. And fear is clever. Fear will pretend to be wisdom. Fear will pretend to be planning. Fear will pretend to be waiting for the right moment. But the right moment is almost never a moment, it's a muscle. And you build that muscle by showing up in imperfect conditions. In fact, I'll go further. If you can only be consistent when it's easy, you're not consistent, you're lucky. Now let's talk about you, not people, but you. You've got something on your mind right now, a thing you keep circling, a call you need to make, a project you keep delaying, a conversation you keep avoiding, a habit you keep promising you'll start. You don't need a 20-step master plan tonight. You need one clean move, one. The next right action, because the life you want is not built in giant explosions. It's built in small agreements you keep. And I'm going to give you a framework I live by. Choose your frequency. Tune it. Everything in your life is a signal. Your attention is a tuning knob. If you tune to drama, you'll get more drama. If you tune to excuses, you'll get more excuses. If you tune to craft, to discipline, to love, to truth, your whole life starts to rearrange around that frequency. So ask yourself, what am I tuned to? Build your tiny correction. Not the whole transformation, the tiny correction, the 10 minutes, the one workout, the one page, the one upload, the one application, the one I'm sorry, the one I miss you, the one I am starting. Become the person who keeps the promise. That's it. That's the game. Not talent, not luck, identity. When you keep promises to yourself, you become dangerous in a good way because you can't be controlled by mood anymore. And I know some of you are thinking, okay, but what if I start and I'm still not special? Let me answer that cleanly. Special is a side effect. Greatness is a side effect. Confidence is a side effect. They show up after you do the work, not before. So if you're waiting for confidence to begin, you're standing at the wrong door. Action first, clarity later, momentum after that. Now I want to speak to the part of you that feels small, the part that looks at your feed and sees people doing impossible things, that part that sees athletes, creators, entrepreneurs, pilots, artists, and thinks, I could never. That voice isn't your enemy. It's your nervous system trying to keep you safe. But safety is not the same as living. Here is the line you need tonight. Let me drop this a little lower because I'm no longer crouching. You don't have to be the best in the world. You just have to be the bravest version of you, because bravery is what creates the life. The first time you go live and your voice shakes, that's bravery. The first time you post and get ignored, that's bravery. The first time you ask for the sale and hear a no, that's bravery. And bravery over time turns into skill. Skill turns into results. Results turn into freedom. So here's my challenge, live, right now. In the chat, write one sentence. This week, I am committing to make it small enough that you can't lie. Make it real enough that you cannot hide. And listen, if you're watching this replay later, do it anyway. Comment. Make it public. Because the moment you name it, it stops being a fantasy. It becomes a contract. I'm going to tell you what I believe. Somewhere inside you is a version of you that's already proud, not because you won, but because you did not quit. And that version is standing one decision away, not a year away, not after you figure everything out, one decision away. So tonight, don't ask, what if I fail? Ask the real question. What if I succeed and I become responsible for my own life? That's what scares people. Not failure, ownership. But ownership is also the only doorway to peace. So if you're tired, good. It means you've been carrying something. If you're discouraged, good. It means you still care. If you're behind, good. It means you still have a story to write. And if you're ready, not to be perfect, but to be consistent, then here's what maybe you should do. Tap the like button if you're choosing yourself. Subscribe if you're building with me, and turn on notifications if you're done disappearing on your own potential. Because this isn't just content. This is a room, and in this room, we don't worship talent. We worship showing up. One more time, say it with me. No more deals, no more waiting, no more hiding. We build. I'll see you tomorrow, and if you don't feel ready, good. That's how you know it's real.